Hello, I'm Ilya and I'm going to talk about anxiety and focusing or not being focused or having focusing problems. And I'm going to also introduce to you my book, Frequency of Focus, and teach you and read you from this book. You know, most of us, we can't focus. And because of that, we are feeling anxiety. We are feeling frustrated. Really, the reason is because of not focusing. We are not focused. We are not disciplined. If we are not focused, our brain is thinking about this, that, we have no control. It controls us, then we are in anxiety mood. And if you want to overcome anxiety, you have to focus on what you want or on your goal, on your dream, on what you want. Then I promise you, if you do it right now, you are going to feel good. If you think about what you don't want, you are going to feel anxiety. And this book here, this is a kind of a scientific book also. Really, this is a scientific book. This is a serious book of all these books that I have here. Okay? All these books, and this is one of the series of these books. It has 2 chapters, program and radio. I'm going to read a little bit. Let me read from page 3. A little. You may say I'm not focused at all, or that I'm focused on what I want to accomplish, but it seems to be challenging to stay focused. Honestly, we are always focused on either what we love or hate to experience, which is due to the current programming. You can't focus on 2 things at the same time. In fact, your brain has been shaped by software installed and developed in it since your childhood by your environment. Now you think, feel, believe, and behave based on that programming, and most importantly, it controls your frequency of focus. As we know, you can either focus on what you want or what you don't want. And this happens automatically without conscious thought. But you are now becoming aware of this knowledge. Here I'm going to stop here and read a little bit from chapter 1, program. There is a program in the brain of mankind that his environment has developed, and it controls the transmitted vibrational frequency of energy, which creates the results. In fact, whatever you have learned, believed, experienced, and imagined in your life up to now has shaped your programming, which runs automatically in the background. There are billions of neurons in your brain under your skull, which have developed your mental pattern in the form of a complicated and complex network of neurons. Those neurons store your past experiences, forming a network of neural pathways that are wired together in your brain and have constructed your current paradigm. I just read 2 paragraphs from here. What is it? What do we mean? Simply, look, here again I have to teach you here. This represents our brain, body. Now, our brain here. Here we have program. And now, this program is made of brain cells that we have developed information from our childhood. And now, here in our brain, look, here, the data is there. Okay? And now, if you want, let's say, you say, I want to write one book. I know some of you want to write book. You want to write book. Maybe for years you want to write one book. But you don't do it. You can't focus. You know why? It is just because of here. Look, because of your own current programming. This programming keeps you stuck. And beside that, you don't act on what you want. You don't think about what you want. Instead, you are focused on what you don't want. Therefore, you're feeling anxiety. Here, you are thinking negative. You're thinking negative. You are here feeling negative. Here is anxiety. Look, anxiety. Why? Because you are attempting, you are trying to do something, but you can't focus, and no, after years, after all those years, you're at the same place, and maybe you know, it's going down. Maybe you are in worse situation now. Anxiety. Why? Because you can't focus. You can't focus on, actually, you're focused, but you're focused on what you don't want or in a negative idea. Because if you read this book, you're going to understand one of the first key is that we are always focused either on what we want or on what we don't want. We are always focused all the time. And here you have negativity, anxiety. The reason? Because you can't focus on what you want. And the reason is because of your own programming, and the solution is that you start from now to learn to feed your brain with positive data, with some information that can benefit you, that can help you to change, to get rid of anxiety and instead bring calmness. How can you bring calmness? By understanding how your brain, how your body, how energy works. That's all. It's up to you to learn, to do, to make changes, not only learning passively, because it won't help you. If you really love this book, you can order from Amazon. It's also cheap, it's not too expensive, and it's scientific book. You need to learn, and you need a teacher also to explain to you in more depth about these books. And here, look, here you have anxiety, and let's say you want to now change. How can you do that? Look, here, you're going to have positivity. Positivity is coming from understanding. Understanding of what? Understanding of the knowledge or the wisdom. And here, the wisdom is that here, in your programming, in your brain, in memory, here we can access to our brain to make changes here, to make changes that we are going to be focused. What kind of changes can we make? Honestly, it's personal and it's up to you. But you have this privilege to choose, to be conscious of your own goal. And say, for example, I'm going to write one book. It is just an example, okay? And start thinking from now. Start thinking, put one paper, white paper, start thinking. Ideas will come to you if you just stay focused. As you stay focused, new ideas, new thoughts, new information from nowhere is going to pop up in your brain. And you are going to feel good, do that, you are going to go in that direction that you love. If you do so, then you are going to have here. Look, you are going to have peace of mind instead of anxiety. And you know the reason why anxiety happens here. And here you know the reason of the calmness or peace. The reason is because of studying, staying focusing on what you want, and keep moving all the time. In fact, you need some source, positive source, that you can refer when things going too slow and it's too difficult, you need a kind of a master, mentor, you need to have some special books or teachers, a group of people, that can help you. This is exactly what we are building and offering and really developing at this moment for you. So don't forget Son of Lord Scientific Institute. You can go to sonoflord.com, you can create your own account, you can contact us, you can check our books that we have a lot of books, and just be happy, ask your questions also, let me know your concerns, and be happy also, check other videos that we have, and the videos that will pop up here, check them also. Love you all, till the next one.